All right, so on this episode of Mind Grapes, few things got on my mind. First, I want to give a rest in peace to Sam Kieth, who's an amazing uh, artist. I don't want to just pigeonhole him to being a comic book artist, creator, but he's an amazing creator, and being a comic book fan, uh, he was one of those talents that uh, really opened my eyes and my mind as to what not just comics, but just sequential art could be, and just like breaking the boundaries. His artwork, I feel, is always super striking. What we got here? So I first encountered Sam Kieth's work in Marvel Comics Presents back in the 90s. And that was back when Jim Lee, Mark Silvestri was the man, and rightfully so. Those guys are amazing. But Sam broke a lot of rules with, I guess, realistic rendering, if you could call it that, which is inside the superhero genre. But as you can see, like, he just kind of exaggerated a lot of things. It didn't really make sense sometimes. The poses he would put people in, or costumes, or like, why does Wolverine have like a cape of like just coiled fabric? Who knows? But it looks cool. And he was just like this force that came to comics, from my point of view, where he was undeniable. His style just resonated with people, whether it was anatomically correct or it looked like something that you could reference from comic books before. It wasn't. But it definitely evoked an emotion. And I think from his stint on Marvel Comics Presents, and I think he created this one of the villains for Wolverine called Cyber. He's like all adamantium, his little adamantium tips on his fingers. So that was like sort of the jumping off point for me with Sam Kieth's artwork. And it was very striking. I was a fan immediately. And then when he went over to Image and he started the Maxx, that really blew my mind, because the Maxx was one of those titles. You know what? Let's just take a look at it first before we talk about it. It actually got turned into a cartoon. So I don't want to play too much uh, of the cartoon, this MTV stuff. But the Maxx was, as you can see, this really weird, surrealistic thing, starring this character here called the Maxx. And in the comic book, they, when it starts off, they don't give you any context as to what's really going on. You just start from the Maxx, and he's like in an alley, and he's supposed to be a superhero, but he's homeless and he doesn't really know where he come from. He's kind of got amnesia. And then sometimes he's like in this other world, but then sometimes he's in our reality. And you don't know if this is just a madman or if he's really a superhero from interdimensional like guy or whatever. So anyways, the Maxx, really cool. Really cool. Shout out once again, or not shout out to Sam Kieth for opening my eyes to what comic book art could be, but also rest in peace to really amazing creator. If you guys have checked out the Maxx, tell me how it impacted you, of like your thoughts. You hated it, you loved it in the comments. Now,